My beloved child, before the foundations of the world were laid, I knew your name. Before time wove its intricate tapestry, before the stars were scattered like jewels across the heavens, I beheld you with infinite love. It is I who have ordained your steps, guiding you through valleys of shadow and peaks of radiance, bringing you to this very moment. So now pause. Let your heart be still before me. Incline your ear, for what I'm about to reveal is of great weight, a truth that reaches beyond the veil of the seen and into the eternal. Did you know, my beloved, that 2 of my mighty messengers have stood before my throne, speaking of you? They, radiant with my glory, bearing the authority of heaven, have been entrusted with a sacred charge, to guard you, to watch over you, not merely in body, but in the depths of your soul, where even you cannot always see. They walk beside you, unseen but unwavering, surrounding you as a fortress, shielding you from dangers you do not perceive, standing as sentinels against the adversary who prowls in the shadows. I know the weight you carry, the silent burdens you do not speak aloud. I see how you strive, pouring the fullness of your strength into your pursuits, seeking meaning, longing for fulfillment, yearning for purpose. Every sleepless night, every weary sigh, every tear that has slipped unnoticed into the darkness, I have seen them all. And yet, my child, do not let the toil of your hands overshadow the rest I long to give you. You have set many goals before you, believing that by your effort alone, you must bring them to pass. But have you forgotten? I, the Ancient of Days, have already woven the perfect design for your life. The path is not meant to be walked alone, nor is the burden meant to rest upon your shoulders alone. You strive, you press forward, but do not mistake toil for purpose. Your life is not measured merely by achievement, but by the depth of your walk with me. When I'm at the center, your struggles will not feel like an unending battle, but a journey of divine partnership. What is heavy in your hands, place into mine. What seems impossible to carry, let me bear it for you. I am the one who strengthens the weary, who lifts the fallen, who breathes life into dry bones. There are mysteries unseen, workings of my hand that you cannot yet perceive. But know this, there are forces at my command moving on your behalf, working in realms beyond sight, contending for your well-being. The angels who watch over you are not idle witnesses. They are warriors, sent forth in my name, wielding swords of light against the encroaching darkness. You are not forsaken, not even for a moment. My presence surrounds you like a shield. My messengers encamp around you as an impenetrable wall. When you feel abandoned, remember, you are never alone. 2 of my mighty ones stood before me, and their report was of you. They spoke of the burdens upon your soul, the weariness of your spirit, the battles both seen and unseen that have pressed upon you. They told of the enemy's schemes, subtle whispers of doubt, silent temptations that seek to unravel your faith, the entanglements that pull you away from my presence. The adversary does not always come with a roar. Sometimes he arrives as a whisper, a compromise, a thought that lingers too long. But hear me now, my child. He will not prevail. Do not fear. This is not a warning of despair, but a revelation of victory. For even as the enemy lays his snares, my angels are dismantling them. Even as darkness presses near, my light is breaking through. You are not defenseless, for I have clothed you with my power. I have filled you with my spirit, and I have surrounded you with an army that cannot be moved. When the enemy looks upon you, let him see that you are not standing alone. My presence is a fire around you. My warriors are your shield. And no force, no matter how great, can breach the stronghold I have built around you. Even now, as these words reach your heart, my angels are moving. They are not distant observers, but mighty protectors, standing guard over every breath you take, every path you walk, every battle you fight. They do more than deflect the arrows of the enemy. They go before you, clearing the way, making straight the path, ensuring that my purposes for you will not be hindered. So lift your eyes, my beloved. Do not be weighed down by fear, by striving, by the burdens of this world. You are held, you are protected, you are loved with a love that has no end. The night may seem long, but the dawn is already breaking. The battle may rage, but victory is already assured. Rest in me, trust in me, and know that I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Beloved, lift your weary eyes, for though they may not perceive, the unseen hosts of heaven stand beside you, their presence a fortress about your soul. They labor tirelessly in realms beyond mortal sight, warring against the darkness that seeks to encroach upon you. They are my messengers, my warriors, my flames of fire sent forth to shield you in the tempest, to uphold you when your strength wavers, to whisper hope when despair knocks at the threshold of your heart. Know this, my child, my angels do not merely guard your steps. They bear witness before my throne. They speak of you to me, not only of the vessel that houses your spirit, but of the very essence of your being. They recount your silent battles, your hidden tears, the burdens that weigh upon your soul like stones upon a weary traveler's back. They tell of the prayers that rise like incense, of the faith that flickers but does not fade, of the strength I have placed within you since the hour I first breathed life into you. Even when you stagger, even when you feel as though the light within you is but an ember, they declare to me the truth. I have made you resilient, I have made you mine, and you still stand. My angels are not silent sentinels. They are instruments of restoration. They move in the unseen, lifting the burdens that have long pressed upon your shoulders, breaking the chains that have bound your spirit in weariness. With hands unseen yet mighty, they strip away the exhaustion that has become your companion, exchanging it for the freedom I have ordained for you since eternity past. You were not formed from the dust to dwell in toil and heaviness, but to walk in the abundance of my peace, to be bathed in the light of my love. Hear me, my beloved, for I have sent my messengers to lead you to still waters, where your soul may find its rest. They go before you, preparing a sacred space where my voice will rise above the clamor of this fleeting world, where your spirit may drink deeply from the wellspring of my presence. They guide you to the streams of renewal, where weariness dissolves and joy is rekindled. You are not forgotten, nor shall you be left to fend for yourself in the wilderness of life. Every shadow that looms over you is met with the brilliance of my divine watchman, and every sorrow that seeks to entangle your heart is confronted by my command to set you free. Do you not know, my child, that I care not only for your soul, but for the vessel that carries it? Your body is not a mere shell, but a temple, a sacred dwelling for my spirit. It was not fashioned carelessly, nor was its purpose trivial. I formed you in wisdom, crafting each breath, each fiber, with divine intent. Within you, my presence longs to shine, radiating forth as a testimony to the beauty of my handiwork. You were never meant to be diminished by the weight of this world, but to stand in the fullness of life I have given you. Honor this temple I have entrusted to you. Let your hands not be quick to toil beyond their strength, nor your mind burdened with worries that I have called you to lay at my feet. Nourish yourself with what brings life. Rest as I have commanded, and let not the cares of this age erode the strength I have placed within you. For your labor is not merely your own, it is mine. You are my warrior, my vessel, my chosen one, and you must not let exhaustion steal the glory I desire to manifest through you. Every moment you honor this temple, you honor me. Even now my angels encircle you, charged with a sacred mission. Their protection is not passive, nor is their guidance weak. But hear this, my beloved. Though they stand guard, you must heed their whispers. Don't ignore the gentle urgings in your spirit, the quiet warnings that rise unbidden in your heart. My guidance comes not always as a thunderous decree, but often as a still, small voice. Be attentive, for in the moments you listen, you will walk in the fullness of the safety I have provided. Oh, my child, do not let the burdens of this world make you forget who you are. You are not merely flesh-bound by time. You are an eternal vessel, a bearer of my light. Within you my spirit resides, and no darkness can extinguish what I have placed within you. The trials of this world may seek to weary you, but they cannot overcome you, for I am with you. Open your heart, and let me renew you. Let me strengthen this temple daily until it shines ever brighter with my presence. I see your exhaustion. I hear the cries that words cannot express. I know the weight you carry, the battles that have left you breathless, the longing for respite. And so I tell you, look up, my beloved, and see. You are not alone. Even now, my angels stand as an impenetrable shield about you, waging war on your behalf, pushing back every force that seeks to weaken you. They are not idle. They move at my command, guarding, restoring, and preparing the way before you. Lift your eyes, my child, and know, my love is unshaken, my presence is unwavering, and you will never, not for a single moment, be abandoned. I have seen the battles you have fought, the struggles that no one else has witnessed, the silent wars that have waged within your soul. Do you not know that I, the Lord of hosts, have gone before you? That I have commanded my heavenly armies to clear your path, to shield you from unseen dangers, and to cradle you in the refuge of my everlasting arms? I behold your weariness, the weight upon your shoulders, the deep sighs you release when no one is watching. But I also see the fire that still burns within you, the divine spark I placed in your spirit before the foundations of the world were laid. You may feel as though your strength is dwindling, but I am the source that never runs dry. My power is infinite, my love unyielding. When you falter, I send forth my angels, just as I did for Daniel in the lion's den, just as I did for my son in the garden of sorrow, to lift you up, to sustain you, to remind you that you are never alone. Raise your eyes, my beloved, for I am near. Every moment of your journey I am working in ways you cannot yet perceive. I do not merely watch over you, I renew you. I restore your weary frame. I pour fresh oil upon your soul. When you feel weak, drink deeply from my presence, and I will fill you with a strength that no storm can shake, a power that no trial can extinguish. My angels are not only guardians, they are messengers of my peace. When your heart is troubled, they whisper my words of comfort, reminding you that I have already borne the burden you fear. They encircle you with unseen wings, shielding you from despair, guiding you to the quiet waters of my rest. Will you not trust me, my beloved? Will you not surrender your fears and let me be the keeper of your soul? If sickness afflicts you, if your body falters under the weight of affliction, do not let your heart be troubled. For I am the great healer, the one who holds power over life itself. No infirmity is beyond my reach, no pain beyond my touch. Even in your suffering I am at work, shaping you, refining you, drawing you closer to me. Trust that my hand is upon you, that my timing is perfect, and that my purposes will never fail. I do not promise a life without trials, but I do promise that no trial will overcome you. You will never walk through the valley alone. Honor the temple I have given you, this body, crafted with divine wisdom, formed in my own image. Let it be a vessel through which my glory shines. Care for it not in vanity, but as an offering of gratitude to the one who has fashioned you with love. Choose life, my child, in what you eat, in what you dwell upon, in the words you speak. Let them be filled with light, not darkness. Rest when you are weary. Do not let the burdens of this world steal the strength you need to fulfill the purpose I have set before you. And do you not know? The angels I have stationed around you do not only guard your body, they also behold the beauty of your spirit. They tell me of your faith, your steadfast heart, your unwavering devotion. You are not as weak as you sometimes believe, my beloved. The courage that dwells within you does not come from yourself, but from the wellspring of my spirit. You press on, not because you see the full path ahead, but because you trust that I am the one leading you. Even when doubt creeps into your heart, even when the world speaks words of discouragement, you remain steadfast in my truth. And I delight in you, my child. I rejoice over your faithfulness. Though you may not always see what I am doing, know this: I go before you. I prepare the way, and I weave all things together for your good. You have laid your dreams before me, the unspoken hopes, the longings hidden deep within your soul. You have whispered prayers that no one else has heard, carried burdens too heavy to bear alone. But my child, nothing is concealed from my sight. I know every tear you have shed, every anxious thought that has crossed your mind. And I say to you now, do not be afraid, for I am working in ways beyond your understanding. In time, you will see what I have been weaving in the unseen places. You will understand why certain doors closed, why some seasons felt barren, why the waiting felt so long. Trust me, beloved, I have not forgotten you. I am not slow to act, but precise. When the appointed time comes, my hand will move, and nothing shall stand against what I have prepared for you. Be still, and know that I am God. Let my peace flood your soul. Let my presence be your resting place. For the day is coming when you will look back and see my faithfulness written in every page of your story. You will see that I was always near, always leading, always carrying you when your strength had failed. I see you, my beloved, and my heart is moved with a love that spans eternity. My gaze never leaves you, not for a moment, and in you I behold something more precious than the rarest gold, more radiant than the morning sun upon the waters. I see your steadfast heart, unyielding in faith, unwavering in devotion, even when the tempests of life rise against you. Though the world calls to you with its fleeting pleasures, though temptations whisper with honeyed voices, you have not turned away. You have chosen to stand firm upon the path I have set before you, though the road is steep, though shadows seek to obscure your way. Oh, how my heart rejoices to see your faithfulness, to witness your spirit like a burning flame, refusing to be extinguished by the winds of doubt. I see the secret battles waged within you, the silent moments where you wrestle with the desires of your own heart, where the weight of weariness presses upon your soul. I see when you are torn between the easy road and the righteous path, between your will and mine. And yet, even in the valley of decision, you choose me. You choose holiness over convenience, truth over deception, light over darkness. You turn away from the empty promises that the world so freely offers, knowing that they are but mirages that fade with the dawn. Oh, my child, you are a living testament, a witness before heaven and earth that my power is at work within you. Every moment you resist the call of sin, every time you hold fast to my word instead of the fleeting comforts of this world, you glorify my name. Do not think I am blind to your struggles, that I do not see the burdens you carry in the secret chambers of your heart. I know the nights when you cry out to me, wondering if you have the strength to take another step. I see the weariness in your soul, the longing in your spirit, for rest, for a reprieve from the battle. But my beloved, listen closely. I am not disappointed in you, not for a single moment. On the contrary, I take great delight in your perseverance, in the way you grasp hold of my promises, even when they seem distant. Oh, how proud I am to see you press on, to see you walk by faith when the path is veiled in mist. You are never alone, for I walk beside you, and my angels go before you, clearing the way. They sing of your faithfulness in the courts of heaven, rejoicing over your victories, celebrating each step you take in my light. Take heart, my child, for you are not merely enduring, you are conquering. The trials you face are not signs of my absence, but proof of my refining fire, shaping you into something glorious, something eternal. You are being prepared, not abandoned. Every hardship has been measured, every delay ordained, not to break you, but to strengthen you, to prepare you for the outpouring of blessings that even now are drawing near. Oh, do you not perceive it? The doors that once stood shut before you, the paths that seemed blocked, are about to be flung wide open. The obstacles that loomed like mountains will crumble before my mighty hand. What seemed impossible is about to be made possible by the power of my word. The delays were not denials. The waiting was not in vain. I've been working in the unseen, aligning every detail, setting every piece in place so that when my blessings arrive, they will not simply meet your needs, but overflow beyond your wildest dreams. My child, what you thought was lost will be restored. The dreams you believed had faded into nothingness will be reborn with new life. The years of sorrow, of toil, of longing will be but a memory as my joy floods your soul like the rising sun after a long and weary night. Rejoice, for the season of restoration is upon you. I have seen your faithfulness. I have heard your prayers, and I am moving with power on your behalf. No longer will you wander in uncertainty, for I am making your path straight. No longer will your heart be heavy with longing, for I am filling it with a joy that cannot be shaken. Lift up your eyes, my beloved, for the dawn is breaking. What you have waited for is at hand. My promises are sure, my word unshakable, my love for you unrelenting. Oh, sing, my child. Sing of my goodness, for you are stepping into a new season, a season of peace, of abundance, of joy in my presence. Your faithfulness has not gone unseen. Your tears have not been forgotten. Every sacrifice, every moment of trust, every silent prayer has been gathered like precious incense before my throne. And now I am pouring out blessings upon you, not just for your own heart's delight, but as a testimony to the world that I am the Lord, the faithful one, the keeper of promises. So arise, my beloved, and walk forward with boldness. The wilderness is behind you. The promised land lies ahead. Do not shrink back in fear, for I am with you. Do not doubt my hand, for I am moving even now. Your story is not one of defeat, but of victory. Your journey is not one of wandering, but of divine purpose. You are my chosen one, my delight, my beloved child. And I will never leave you nor forsake you. Lift your head, for the heavens are opening, and my blessings are about to rain down upon your life. Prepare your heart, for the breakthrough you have longed for is near, closer than you can imagine. Let faith arise, let hope be renewed, for I, the Lord your God, am faithful to complete the good work I've begun in you. My beloved, do you not know? Have you not heard? I am not the giver of fleeting gifts, nor the bestower of momentary joys. I am the Lord of eternity, the one who sets stars in the heavens and calls them by name, and I have prepared for you treasures that neither time nor tempest can take away. Lift your eyes, my child, for I am moving, working, shaping the unseen. The hour of fulfillment draws near, and the dawn of your long-awaited breakthrough is at hand. The heavens stir with the sound of my purpose unfolding, and though my hand moves in silence, its power is mighty beyond measure. You will see with your own eyes that what I bring to pass is not the fruit of your labor, but the undeniable testament of my boundless love and sovereign will. Do not despair in the waiting, for I, the Lord who has promised, am faithful beyond all doubt. Trust in me with a heart unshaken, for the blessings I have stored up for you shall come in overflowing measure, the kind that only I can give, the kind that satisfies beyond the hunger of this world. I see the questions that rise in your soul, the longing for answers, the yearning to comprehend my ways. You seek to trace my footsteps, to understand the path I have set before you. But I am not merely the architect of creation. I am he whose wisdom is higher than the heavens, whose plans stretch beyond the horizon of human thought. What I am weaving in your life is greater than what you can fathom, and though the pieces seem scattered now, in my perfect time, you will see the masterpiece I have been forming all along. So, take heart, my child, and let your faith ascend like the morning sun. Trust not in the need to understand, but in my unwavering goodness. Faith is not the seeing of all things, but the deep and abiding confidence that I am always working for your good. Do not weary yourself with the weight of control, for that burden does not rest upon your shoulders, but upon mine. When you seek to grasp every outcome, to dictate the course of your journey, you will find yourself entangled in fear and weariness. But when you release all into my hands, surrendering every hope, every uncertainty, every longing, you will find a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace this world cannot steal, a peace that anchors the soul in the midst of every storm. Do not be troubled when clarity does not come swiftly, for I do not always reveal my purposes at once. There are times I lead you through the shadowed valley, not to leave you abandoned, but to teach you the depth of trust. It is in these moments when the way is unclear that faith is refined like gold in the fire, purified and strengthened beyond measure. Hold fast to this truth. I do not ask you to comprehend all things, but to trust in me with all your heart. Let your trust be as an unshaken fortress, a light that does not flicker in the winds of uncertainty. When you walk by faith, you are no longer bound by the need to see, for you rest in the assurance that I am with you, always, eternally, unfailingly. Know this, beloved, I am not a distant God who watches from afar, but the one who walks beside you, shaping each moment, working all things together for your good. The trials you face are not the end of your story, but the chisels in my hands, sculpting you into the person I have ordained you to be. Every hardship, every tear, every unanswered question is but a thread in the great tapestry I am weaving for your life. What seems like brokenness is but the refining fire, burning away all that is lesser, leaving behind only the purity of my design. Do not despise these trials, for they are not weights meant to crush you, but tools meant to strengthen you, to make you steadfast, unshakable, and radiant with my presence. Radiant. And when the time comes, when the appointed hour of fulfillment arrives, you will step forth, not as one bewildered by hardship, but as one strengthened by it. You will see with new eyes, walk with renewed confidence, and stand firm in the destiny I have prepared for you. What you once feared, you could not endure, will become a song of victory, a testimony of my faithfulness written upon your very soul. Every battle you have faced, every night of wrestling, every whispered prayer in the darkness has been a seed planted in the soil of eternity, waiting to bloom into a harvest of glory. So fear not, my child. I am working even now. You are not forgotten, nor forsaken. I am the author of your story, and I do not pen tragedies without redemption. When you emerge from these trials, you will not be the same. You will be stronger, wiser, and filled with a faith unshaken. Your heart will no longer carry the weight of fear, but the radiance of one who has walked with me and seen my goodness unfold. Stand firm, for I am with you, now and forevermore. I see you. I see the weight upon your shoulders, the weariness that lingers in your every breath, the silent battles fought in the hidden chambers of your heart. I see how the world presses upon you, how the cares of life try to drain the strength from your soul, how even the light within you flickers when the winds of despair blow cold. But hear me, my beloved, you are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will never be forsaken. Come to me. Come as you are, wounded, weary, burdened beyond what words can express. Lay down your sorrows upon my altar. Let me lift the yoke from your shoulders. In my embrace you will find refuge that cannot be shaken, peace that cannot be stolen, and a love that never fades. Let my light seep into the depths of your soul, where the wounds are deepest, where the scars of life have been etched. I am the balm that soothes, the hand that heals, the fountain that never runs dry. Even now I have sent forth my angels, not merely to stand watch, but to uplift you. They encircle you as warriors of light, their presence unseen but unwavering. They whisper my words into your spirit, reminding you that your labor is not in vain, that every tear, every struggle, every unseen act of faith has been noted in the courts of heaven. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are cherished beyond measure. Do you know how I have commanded my heavenly host concerning you? My angels carry the assurance of your calling, the confirmation of your steps. They have witnessed your perseverance, the silent endurance of your soul when the darkness sought to overtake you. They have seen the quiet prayers, the whispered cries when no one else was near. And they have reported to me, your faith has moved heaven. So lift up your head, my beloved. The gates of eternity have taken notice of you. The story you are writing with your life is not one of defeat, but of triumph. It is a testament of faithfulness, a melody of resilience that echoes through the heavens. You do not walk alone, for my angelic army marches beside you, their swords drawn, their presence steadfast. They are shielding you from dangers unseen, waging battles on your behalf in the realms beyond your sight. Do you remember my servant Daniel? In the days when darkness threatened to consume my people, I sent forth Michael, the great prince of war, to stand guard over those I love. And just as he fought then, he fights for you now. My angelic host does not belong to an age long past. They move in your midst today, surrounding you with the same might that has defended my children for generations. Recall also my faithful prophet Elijah, how he too once grew weary beneath the weight of his journey. Beneath the broom tree, he cried out for release, for an end to his burdens, but I did not leave him there. I sent my angel to touch him, to bid him rise, to place in his hands the bread of heaven and the water of renewal. And so it is with you, my beloved. In your weariness, I send forth my messengers. They come not only to strengthen your body, but to revive your spirit, to remind you that your journey is not ending. It is only beginning. You must know this deep within your soul. My angels are not bound to the pages of Scripture, nor are they confined to the stories of old. They move now, unseen but ever present, sent forth at my command. They are the watchmen upon the walls of your life, the warriors in the unseen battle, the silent companions on the path I have set before you. When you pray, when you seek, when you cry out to me, they are the swift messengers carrying my answers, delivering my strength. Think of Elisha's servant, blinded by fear as an army of enemies closed in. But when Elisha prayed, his eyes were opened, and he saw the mountains ablaze with chariots of fire, an angelic host encamped around them. So too, my child, are you surrounded. The forces that march beside you are greater than those that rise against you. No shadow can stand where my light prevails. No weapon can prosper against those whom I call my own. So trust in me, my beloved. Know that every angel I send bears my authority, my power, my boundless love. They come not only to protect, but to strengthen, to guide, to remind you that heaven itself watches over you. They are my hands extended, my voice speaking in the quiet, my unfailing presence made manifest. Walk forward, my beloved. Walk with courage, with faith unshaken, for the heavens are open over you, the hosts of angels surround you, and I, your God, am with you now and forever. Behold, my child, the watchers of heaven walk beside you. Before time was woven into the fabric of existence, I appointed my holy ones, the guardians of my will, to watch over you with ceaseless devotion. They do not merely stand in the shadows, indifferent to your struggles, nor do they observe from a distance like silent stars in the night sky. No, they walk beside you, unseen but ever near, their presence like a whisper upon the wind, their vigilance unfailing. With eyes that never close, and hearts that burn with the fire of divine purpose. They guard your every step, shielding you from the snares laid in secret, from dangers unseen and perils unknown. When the adversary schemes in darkness, setting traps to ensnare your soul, my warriors stand as an unbreakable wall, driving back the tide of evil before it can reach you. You may not always perceive their hands at work, for their movements are swifter than the blink of an eye, their interventions woven into the very breath of time. The enemy plots in the cover of night, but my angels move in the brilliance of celestial light, dispelling every shadow before it can overtake you. What harm could touch you when my messengers encircle you like a fortress built by my own hand? Do you not remember how I sent my angel to the den of lions, bidding their ravenous jaws to close, so that my servant Daniel remained unharmed? Daniel 6:22. Just as I was with him in that perilous hour, so too do I command my host to encompass you, to stand between you and the terrors that lurk beyond your sight. They are with you even now, their swords aflame with my justice, their wings stretched wide to shelter you beneath their shadow. With each passing day, they walk the unseen path beside you, building barriers no enemy can breach, raising shields against the arrows loosed in malice. But hear this, beloved child, my angels are more than warriors. They are bearers of divine mysteries, messengers of my heart. They ascend and descend like the ladder Jacob beheld, their voices carrying the secret prayers you have uttered in trembling faith, the silent cries of your soul, the tears shed in the solitude of night. They do not simply witness your battles. They report every act of faithfulness to my throne. They speak of your perseverance, of the moments when your spirit refuses to bend beneath the weight of trial, of how you resist the tempter's voice and press forward upon the path I have ordained for you. Know this: each time they return to me, bearing the testimony of your endurance, my heart swells with joy. Every unseen effort, every quiet obedience, every step taken in trust, I see it all, and I remember. Not a single sacrifice is forgotten. Not a single moment of faith is overlooked. And in the appointed time, when the heavens open and the veil is lifted, you will behold the fullness of my reward, a blessing so vast it will eclipse the pain of every trial. My child, rest in the certainty that no force of darkness can touch you when you take refuge in me. My angels are not only your sentinels, but your guides. When you stand at the crossroads of uncertainty, they illuminate the way. When the road ahead is veiled in mist, they whisper my truth into your heart. Their presence is a silent hymn of assurance, a living testament that you are never alone. Walk then with steadfastness. Let your soul be unshaken, for my army surrounds you, moving with purpose, working in perfect harmony with my will. Every act they undertake is a reflection of my love, my sheltering embrace, my endless provision. You do not walk in darkness, for their light goes before you. You do not journey in solitude, for they are ever near. With hands unseen, they strengthen your spirit. With wings outstretched, they bear you up when your strength fails. They labor so that you may fulfill your calling, not feebly, not in weariness, but in strength, in victory and radiant glory. Obedience is not a burden, but the doorway to freedom. It is the bridge between faith and fulfillment, between longing and the joy of my presence. To walk in my ways is to dwell in light. To trust in my voice is to know peace unshaken by the storms of this world. So listen, my child. Listen with the ears of your spirit, with the depth of your soul. Let my words, spoken through heavenly lips, become the very breath of your being. Let them transform your heart, renew your mind, and draw you into the embrace of the one who has loved you from everlasting to everlasting. For I am with you. I am always with you. My love will not fail, my purpose will not waver, and my hand will not cease to guide you home. O beloved soul, lift your eyes beyond the veil of the seen, for I am calling you into realms your heart has not yet dared to dream. The path before you is not for your footsteps alone, nor are the treasures of wisdom I bestow meant to be hidden within the chambers of your soul. No, my child, I have poured my love into you, that through you its radiance may reach the weary, the broken, and those who wander in the shadows. You are not merely a vessel to receive, but a beacon to pour forth, that my light may pierce even the deepest night. Come now, and let your spirit be awakened to the greater purpose set before you. The journey I have ordained is not only about reaching the promises I have spoken over your life, but about drawing ever nearer to me, the one who called you before the foundations of the earth were laid. In the whisper of the wind, in the hush of the morning light, I am with you. I am the fire that refines, the hand that upholds, and the love that never falters. Let your soul rise in gratitude, not only for what your eyes can behold, but for the unseen work of my hands, shaping, molding, preparing you for a glory beyond imagining. Your faithfulness, your obedience, your surrender, these are not mere offerings laid upon the altar, but a testimony written upon the heavens, declaring the unfailing power of my love. O my beloved, come before me now. Let the cry of your heart ascend like incense before my throne. Lord my God, my refuge and delight, I lift my voice to you. In the wilderness of my weakness, you are my strength. In the tempest of my doubts, you are my anchor. I bless you for the messengers you have sent, for those whose words and presence remind me that I am never alone. O Lord, grant me eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart soft to receive the wisdom you so graciously pour out. Refine me, Lord. Burn away my fear, my hesitation, my longing to understand before I trust. Teach me the beauty of surrender, the joy of yielding to your perfect will. Let my life be a song of devotion, my every breath an offering of love. Fill me with your peace, a peace that no storm can steal. Anchor my soul in the eternal hope that only you can give. And when trials come, oh, let me not shrink back, but stand firm in the fire, knowing that every hardship is but a step closer to your heart. Let me love as you love, give as you give, shine as you shine. For I am yours, Lord, now and forever. Lead me onward, deeper into the radiance of your glory, until my soul finds its home in you. In the name of Jesus, my Savior, my King, amen.